mothers that year. The year was a great year. Our sons lived in this house, not this house, but on this block. We were proud of what went on here. We loved the children. They were young men on their way to the future. They were great young men. And they dated super young women. There were many good times had on this lawn, and Bonnie and Leon and I shared those good times. But on May 12, 1996, graduation day and Mother's Day, I got a phone call in New Bern. And Garrett was with me that morning in New Bern, and the university was calling. I believe that the university was calling all the moms and dads they could find who might have had children here on the evening of Saturday or the morning of Sunday. And they were simply trying to help isolate the folks who were here. I was like a lot of moms and dads. I was scared to death, and we got in the car and came to Chapel Hill. I got here, as did Garrett, about the time to understand what had happened. Ben Woodruff, my son's roommate, a fabulous young man who had a future that no one could ever dream about. Joanna, Ann, Mark, Josh, and Ben, all fabulous young people, died in the Phi Gam house on the morning of May 12, 1996. If you ask me as a mama, or now a grandmama, if you ask any of these family members who have been personally touched by a death because of an unnecessary fire, an inexplicable fire, they can tell you, just as I can tell you, about life-changing experiences. That day was a life-changing experience. For all of us, life was never the same. And I would urge these young Phi Gams standing with us this morning to celebrate the loss of those brothers and sisters, and to celebrate the families that grew together during that horrible 4 days. But never let another fire happen on campus. I can remember that morning and the next morning walking by this wall out here and seeing stacks of flowers, children crying, parents crying, bumper to bumper cars. I will never forget the funerals, the brotherhood, the sisterhood of burying 5 young people in a period of 3 days. That spirit of community is here alive because of Bonnie Woodruff and Gail Minger, and because of Kinsey Pilkington. All of those people who've come together with the Homeland Security dollars to once again focus America's attention on fire safety and on the importance of education and the importance of just constant drilling in that in the time when one least expects it, life can change. Since January 2000, I'm told that over 135 people, students, young folks, have lost their lives in campus-related fire. Now, in these days, the world has changed so much that 84% of those young people have lived in off-campus housing. You're looking at one governor, one mother, one citizen, one grandmother who believes that an off-campus housing deserves the same kind of security as an on-campus housing.